My Hi everybody. My name is Fran Jessie, and I'm sorry if I stumbled. It seemed like I wasn't live. I just wanted to say hello. I am going to be doing a live video challenge for about 60 days. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about why that started. I have had some marvelous things happen to me in the last couple of days. I'm Facebooking from my home office. I actually am an entrepreneur, and I make wedding invitations. I have an Etsy site, and I do save the date magnets, and I love all parts of that. It's very creative. I get to work with brides. It's a little intense sometimes because we're on a lot of deadlines, and if you make a mistake, then it's kind of the end of the world for them. So anyway, we do the best we can. So anyway, the reason I'm Facebooking is because I have joined a new team of people that I that I wanted to get a new business off the ground, something with residual income that I wouldn't have to work so hard. So I wanted to mention my two favorite relationships and very meaningful people in my life. And one is SueBrook.com. Sue Brook, okay? Sue Brook is a motivational coach. She's now a mentor. She's somebody that I've known for a few years, and we've been getting involved for the last few months. And we have starting to build some things together. So, and it's basically what the business is called Send Out Cards. But this isn't about that right now. It's basically about relationships. It's starting this new business with Sue. When she first started her coaching business, I just wanted to really help her. I just know how it is to start to get a business off the ground, and I needed help myself in many areas. And I thought, well, if I can help Sue, I can learn, and I can maybe help her. So I decided I would just go around with her, and we would promote her business. She had an event coming up at the time, so I ran around with her, and we had a great time, and everything was marvelous. And then I ran across the option to join Send Out Cards through Sue. Now, it wasn't anything that was pushed on me. I had been introduced to Send Out Cards about 5 years ago by a rep around here, and I said, no, thank you, it's not for me. I'm a graphic artist. I do my own cards. Then about a year and a half ago, I was at a vendor show, and the fellow next to me was doing Send Out Cards, and he says, here, let me take your picture. Let me send you a box of brownies. And I said, okay, fine. And he took my picture. I got the brownies, and I looked at them. I said, I know what they are. I put them on a shelf. So I'm not interested. I do my own cards. Okay, so fast forward to today. My life had changed. I'd gone back to self-employment, so I was kind of open-minded to something like that, and the timing was perfect, so I joined. So anyway, Sue and I had a great time running around, and me helping her pass out flyers for her event, etc., etc. And I noticed how happy I was, okay? So anyway, it came time to me to start promoting my territory for my new business on Send Out Cards, and I built up a lot of photographs, and I had a lot of contacts, and then I froze. And I went, oh my God. So I made 5 or 6 or 7 attempts, drove Sue crazy. Poor Sue, because she was so supportive. I mean, Sue's been one of the highest supporting people that I've ever known. So anyway, I could not figure out what was wrong. I quit at least 3 times, and then I was back on board the next day. It was like, it's just insanity. So I realized there was something really big blocking me. And we have a mutual friend that I met through Sue, and she's an awesome lady. Her name is Susan Shepard. She is a life coach. She does NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. And so Tuesday morning, I had just hit the ceiling with another time that I just said, I want to do this business, but I can't seem to do anything with it. So I called Susan. I said, help, please. I said, can I please, take a session with you? And so we set it up for yesterday morning. And I didn't know what was going to happen. All I knew is that I felt I could trust Susan, and I called on her for some help, and she was available, and she was totally, of course, willing to do it. Okay, so it started out with just a few questions, and she asked me to do a little survey about, what am I tolerating now? And I made a list of about 20 things. 68 things. And I thought that's pretty amazing about all the things that I tolerate in my life when I don't look at them. Like I look at it like accepting, well, you got to accept this because this isn't perfect and that's not perfect and this is the way it is right now. So we'll maybe later get better and we're working on it. So anyway, I realized tolerant, that's a pretty big one. So she did 2 different NLP processes on me. And oh my God, it's like I knew I had something in my unconscious mind that was stopping me from achieving some of the things and accomplishing things, because I would hit walls all the time sometimes when I would go out and want to do something. So I'm an entrepreneur. I've got many, many projects under my belt that basically I would get to the end. I would get to the point of marketing, build them, graphics, everything was the idea, concepts, everything. And then it came to the marketing and I was as far as I could get it. So I just kept going with all my different projects, and I've got them all stocked away here, but that's not saying that I'm going to be doing anything with them. My life will be taking, whatever turn it takes, because I need to focus on a couple of things at one time. So anyway, back to my process here. One of them brought up, the issue of being a child, of course, and the fact that we were poor. And I remember all that, and all I wanted as a little girl was to grow up and have the things the other girls went. So I had a lot of shame over that. So, because I've always felt like there's been money issues in my life, and I could never seem to overcome them and get free and clear. I've worked a lot on myself, and I could never get into that area. Nothing would surface. And the next one was my ambition and my avoidance. And it turned out that these 2 processes, in the process that Susan Shepherd gave me, I had some major breakthroughs in both of those areas. It gave me chills when she was doing it does right now. And I cried because it was so meaningful. And then we went through that one. And then the next one was what am I avoiding, and my ambition, and running them all together because they needed to be on the same plane, and they weren't. They were fighting each other. So through this process, and it's like I cannot explain it. I'm not even going to go there, but it brought them together, and it's only been one day, okay? But yesterday I felt a snap, and a big snap in my head where I felt like, oh my God, there's some more clarity here, and I feel very hopeful because of all the battles I've been trying to fight with overcoming some of my obstacles, and I can't seem to get this far. I get this far, and it's as far as I can get. So I just wanted to say this Facebook Live. My challenge is I'm going to do a Facebook Live every 30 days, and it's all about relationships because it's really all about you. I love the people, and when you don't feel right about yourself, it's hard to be around people because you've got to like yourself to be, to accept that. So there's always been like this come and go and come and go. So my Facebook Live challenge for myself is to build relationships, Facebook Live, express what's going on in a day, and maybe I'm going to be doing a referral of favorite people every day, and talking about values of just what's going on. Maybe there's a point that I'm going to bring up that says, well, let's deal with this issue today, and see where, who comes up with what, and if anybody wants to comment or anything like that. I'm new at this. I got to learn how to work out. Yesterday I did a Facebook Live. I didn't save it. So I don't want to repeat that, but however, today was a repeat. But there's one thing that I did post. Yesterday I was on Gold Coast, and I saw a Denzel Washington post, and it was really, really motivating. And then another one about a general, actually an admiral, talking about making your bed every day. Well, I've been so busy that I get up and I say, I don't have time to make my bed. Okay, maybe I'll go back and take a nap. So I don't make my bed, and I've gotten into the habit of not doing that. So I said, that is really something I should be doing anyway. So I decided that's another thing I'm going to do every single day, is make my darn bed. And when I look at it, I will have some pride. I'll say, that's made for the day. And what he talks about is that's one task done. So I'm an early riser. I'm usually up. I like to be up between 4 and 5. Okay. And then, But lately, with all this stuff hanging out of my head, I have not wanted to get up 6, 7 o'clock, and I get up and I'm not ready to work. It's like, on and on and on. So my last statement that I just want to say as a positive note with what I found on Einstein, it's like he says, strive not to be a success, but rather of value. Okay. And so therefore, I'm going to add more value to my life, and I'm going to add more relationships to my life, and I'm going to be a friend, and I'm going to market the hell out of my business, because I know that there's loads of people out there that either know about this side of the business, which is I'm calling this one send out cards. If anybody needs wedding invitations and save the date magnets, I'm here for that too, because I do an awesome job. But the send out cards is relationship building, and people in businesses need help. Small businesses need help, and there's not a lot of people want to give them something, but then they walk away. So all I'm going to do is put some value into my videos, do the 60-day challenge, see what happens, and my life is starting to take a new turn. And I would love to see new turns for a lot of people out there that are searching. And another thing is, if you have any interest in NLP, and you have any interest in finding out if you've got a block or you got one and you think that you can't overcome it yourself for years and years and years and years, like how about all my life? So I suggest Susan Shepard. She was a pro, natural, very, very, not only confident, but very patient. And I didn't feel rushed, because sometimes it was a little hard to dig, okay? And it wasn't a hard process. It wasn't hard. It wasn't like invading or anything like that. It was just really mellow. And so anyway, I just wanted to express this, and thank you very much for listening. And I'm going to do my best to finish this and save it this time. So there you go. Goodbye, everybody. I'll see somebody tomorrow.